What's going on? We're back, and that's a bright light. As you know by the red glow, that means one thing: I'm about to prostitute myself out. Or we got some chickens. You can't see him very well down there. There's one flapping his little wings. Yep. And we even got a couple more over here that are hiding underneath the heater. Got 8-year-old, 8 meat chickens. They are Cornish variety. They're white, and we're gonna raise them for 12, 14 weeks, and then butcher them for chicken meat. And then I got 2 black stars. Got 2 black stars to add to our layer flock. So there'll be a little bit of variety. Won't be much variety because they still have brown eggs just like the other ones, but it'll be fun. The black stars, they're a lot smaller than the Cornish crosses, and so the Cornish crosses were picking on them, so we had to do 2 separate cages so that the little black stars could do their thing without getting picked on or beat up or killed. So we'll do some updates as we go along. We'll do some updates on the little chicks, and we'll do some updates on what I'm getting ready to put them in, because we're gonna have to do a chicken tractor so that I can drag them around the yard and do the meat chickens separate from the egg layers. We moved the chickens out here to the garage. These bigger ones, they're kind of noisy, so it was a little bit easier to put them out in the garage. They're able to handle the heat or the lack of heat. But there's their little crazy guys freaking out. Basically, you just got them in a big plastic tub. There's 8 chickens in this one. There we go. They got a little water thing and a little feeder, just with some mason jars and little adapter bottoms on them. They go through those things pretty quick, so I have to refill them like every day. Sometimes the water I'll do twice or 3 times a day. But they also tend to muck up the bedding pretty fast. They poop a lot. So I do a couple of different things. I will keep a thing of pine shavings just really close so that I can throw a little bit on top, and that, you know, just kind of covers up the poop so that they can walk on it, and, you know, buys me a little time. It makes it about a day. And then what we'll do is I just have another one of these bins, like this one down here, that is ready to go, so I can just swap the water out, swap the food out, swap the chickens out, put it in a new bin, and then I can take this other bin out to the compost pile and get rid of it.
Hi.
Do you like the new chickens?
Yes.
Yeah? Are they cute?
Yeah.
Okay. So today we're gonna set up our chickens we're gonna set up for our little baby chicks. For when you get chickens, you need to have a couple of things just to make sure that they don't get everywhere. 2 main things are going to be food and water, and we use food out of these little plastic trays with the holes in them, just a glass mason jar, a narrow mouth jar. Then we also have the same thing for water with just a little bucket on the other side. As soon as you tip it over, it spills water everywhere. But then it feeds out as you need it. Yeah, third thing that I would suggest is a grate. I just made this one out of some little pieces of scrap wood and some hardware cloth. But this sets underneath the food and the water so that you don't get a bunch of crap in your water. Literally, they will just on everything, and so this makes it easier, keeps the water clean, everything's good. So what we'll do here is we'll put this in, kind of show how that works. Boom. Wow. So right here, we just throw the screen down in this end. Got a whole thing of wood chips there. We'll put our water, which our water is mostly water, and then a tiny little teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, and that tends to keep the chicks healthy and keep all their stuff in working order. We haven't had any health issues or anything like that when we do this. So now you've got your setup, this bin here. Now you'll get your chicks. Everything's too bright. Now you get your chicks, and we'll bring them in. The other thing that I do recommend is having a screen top for the chicks and a light. Now there's a couple different options. You can go with a red heat lamp, or you can get they're little like heating pads that go over the top of the chickens and act like a brooding mom, so they keep them warm. And I have one of those in there. They tend to work great if you're only doing 4 chickens. As they get bigger, they kind of push each other out of it because there's not quite enough space. You can get bigger ones. You can get like 24-inch ones or whatever. But for the egg chickens that we've got in the house, we use one of those because it's a little bit simpler. But in here, for the meat birds, just use the red light. Tends to work pretty well. And now I keep 2 bins so that I can swap them out really easily. If you've only got a couple chickens, up to 4, it's not too hard to just put them in the same bin and kind of replace the bedding or anything like that. So I've got 2 bins, so I can get this one completely set up and ready to go, and then we can just transfer the chickens into it. It's got clean bedding, it's got fresh water, fresh food. Then we can just pick up the chicks, transfer them in, and then I can clean this bin out when I've got time. The lid off here. Say hi to my baby chicks. Hi. So, oh, you poor baby. Oh. So, little chick, she's fine, doing good. Toss her in here. I'll just transfer all these over. And the last little one. So now we've got all of our chickens transferred over into the other bin. Boom. Take old poopy bin out of here. And we slide this bin back under the light. And now we're all set. Everything's good to go. They got clean bedding, they got some food, they got some water. I'm all set. I can take this other bin, get rid of this, because that is what they do in the matter of one day. Now, if you've only got a couple of chickens, if you're only doing 2 or 4, they're not that bad. The 2 little egg layers that I've got in there, I haven't had to really change it yet. I've just added a couple layers of wood chips to it to kind of keep it clean and whatnot, but I'll probably have to clean it out today after about 3 days, as opposed to every day with these guys. Walk down here to the compost pile. And then we're good. We can get these guys all set up.
So now we're gonna take off the lid of the chicken coop, and we're gonna clean out the littler ones. So we're gonna need to take out their water and clean that out. Then here, oh, and there's a little bit of poop in their food. So that's crazy. So now we're gonna take off the heater, and now we're gonna have to take out the chickens. So now we're gonna take out the chickens and hand them to our mom, which our mom is right over here. I'm gonna take the water to the sink. We're here in the sink.
Just dump that out.
Oh, I dumped more of it.
There you go. Just took it all the way out.
And that is it for that. Now we're gonna take the bin and dump it into the bin. The poopy bin is empty. Oh, we're putting the wood chips into the bin. My mom's still holding the chicks for us.
I am.
They're pretty comfortable over there. Look like they're having the best day of their lives.
Okay.
And now we have this full of food and the water over there. You might need to raise that thing up a little because this thing is like sideways. Put it back just a little. I'm gonna put that right in the corner. There.
Can I bring the chickens over?
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
Put one in and you put one in. Remember, don't let them drop.
hold on
Careful,
to it.
Camille. Careful, Camille. That's a little aggressive.
So now we have them in their bin. And the next thing we're gonna do is put this back on. Okay. And there we have it. So now we're all done cleaning out the chicken coop. So now we're gonna show you chickens. Can you see those black stars? Can you see the black stars? They're black star chickens. So their names are Ginger and Bread, so Gingerbread. It's pretty funny. Bye.
Extremely painful.